Can you give examples of law of attraction at work for you?
Well, so I had this phobia where I wake up in the middle of the night, just terrified, sometimes screaming, wholeheartedly believing that there was an animal in my house. I had this fear that an animal would somehow find its way in. And I would wake up in the middle of the night completely convinced that a skunk, a raccoon, a cat, some type of animal, a bird even worse, was under my bed. And for years, decades, I would just sort of lie in my bed every night, terrified, and inching my way over to the edge of the bed, peering over underneath my bed to get a glimpse, to convince myself that nothing was there, to put myself at ease. And I suppose that fear was an indication of some underlying issues, but it was a thing that was so distracting and so unnerving, and a thing that upset me so much. And at the same time, I didn't believe there was anything I could do about it. And when I learned about the law of attraction, after I got through all the good feelings and the satisfaction you get from understanding your world a little better, I started looking around and seeing things that I could improve. And one of the things I never thought that I could improve, this sort of phobia about animals, small furry animals running between my legs, I was able to address it. I sat down at work one day and I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to use the law of attraction in order to solve this problem. And I spoke out to the universe, to the world, and I said, I don't want to be afraid anymore. And the thought came to my mind, get a cat. Get one of those furry little creatures and put it in your house. And I thought, how terrifying. So the next day I get to work, maybe a day or two later I get to work, and hear a girl going around the office to each person saying, hey, there's a cat that was rescued. It needs a home. Would you be willing to take the cat? And I kept hearing people say no. And I wanted to immediately get up and tell her, I'll take the cat. I've wished for a cat. But I decided not to. I decided to wait. I said, if it's my cat, it'll come to me. And she went around to everybody else. And then she finally came to me and she said, after all the no's that she got, would you like to have a cat? And I said, damn right, I'd like to have a cat. That's my cat. And she brought it over. And after being terrified with that cat for a little while, I got accustomed to having a small furry animal in my house. And then I got accustomed to sleeping through the night. I think that was pretty good for me in the law of attraction.